Sweeny Todd is literally one of the darkest and most macabre musicals ever written. But what is the, if there's any, real life inspiration behind the story of the demon barber of Fleet Street? Is there any truth to the tale at all? Explore the myth behind Sweeny Todd in this special Halloween episode of Mystery Behind the Musical. Before I get started, I would like to say that if you are a theater nerd like me and you like to dive into the stories behind some of your favorite musicals, make sure you subscribe to the channel because I drop videos every Friday for History Behind the Musical, at least as long as it will last, and then I will switch to something else. The myth of Sweeney Todd is thought to have originated in the early 19th century. The story tells of a barber who murders his customers and sells their meat to a pie shop downstairs. His first appearance in print was actually serialized in penny dreadfuls back in the 1840s. A penny dreadful was essentially in 1940s comics. Penny dreadfuls were cheap, popular serial literature produced during the 19th century in the United Kingdom. The term typically referred to a story published in the weekly parts of 8 to about 16 pages, each costing 1 penny, hence comic book. There is actually absolutely no evidence that Sweeney Todd himself was, in fact, a real person. But the myth has, regardless, persisted for centuries, which makes sense. Unsurprising that people would have wondered what influences might have been acting in Reimer when he wrote the story of Sweeney Todd. So far as we can tell, the earliest literary references to an individual who killed people and made them into pies came from France in the 17th century. A Swedish traveler who visited northern France, Per Lindström, noted a story he had heard about a murderous barber who worked in the city of Calais. Versions of this earlier French story were being absorbed into English literature by tradition by the earlier 19th century. There were many more rumors about mass murders and the like in Europe, France, Ireland, Scotland, and the play and stories are all purely fiction, and there is absolutely no proof that anyone like Sweeney Todd actually existed. The actual myth of Sweeney Todd does make the play just a little bit creeper. Though it's not real, it is based on real myths and legends of the time. And it's kind of creepy to think about the fact that something like that was going around and we've made it into this whole fantastical thing in our heads. There was even once a book written about how Sweeney Todd was based off of a real life murderer, but that book has been since been debunked. Sweeney Todd really hones in on darker aspects in play. Sweeney Todd's violence, his obsession with revenge, his cannibalistic nature. Sweeney Todd himself is still a truly terrifying character, whether he existed or not. But the Broadway show itself and the movie are classic tales that have been captivating audiences for a generation. So, one of my other Halloween plays or musicals or movies for you to watch this month would definitely be Sweeney Todd, The Barber of Fleet Street. So if you've somehow never seen Sweeney Todd, make sure you check it out this month while it's the perfect time because it is my favorite holiday, Halloween. So that is all I have for today on Sweeney Todd. Please make sure you subscribe again to the channel. Make sure to hit that like button if you like this content. And also now right here on my channel, if you're thinking of going to B-Way or Broadway Con 2024, which is next July, make sure you go down in the description, use the link, and go use my code to get 5% off your Broadway Con tickets for 2024. That code is BCTOSHIJ. That's BC Toshi J, and that will give you 5% off your Broadway Con tickets for 2024. So if you're planning on going to Broadway Con, make sure you grab those tickets now before they're sold out. So that's all. Again, make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment below if you learned a little something. Anyway, that's all I have for today, and yeah, bye.